So I saw Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 7, Mockingbird. Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Prosek and this is the So I Saw Show, bringing you the latest episode of Game of Thrones. Count them folks, we only have 3 more episodes left before we have to wait a whole nother year before another season of Game of Thrones. And it's not just because I have to, had to deal with the fact that I'm graduating and getting old and having to be an adult. Game of Thrones is ending. That's what's important. If you've seen my reviews before, I like to start with the bad and jump over to the good. I feel like I'm being a dead horse here by bringing up Dany's storyline. It's just so frustrating because Dany's storyline has been so good in the past. It's so frustrating. We saw Daario come in and try to seduce Dany, which, yeah, that was pretty easy. Well, it's not confirmed if they did anything, but she had him stripped down. What do you think they did? You think they played some tic-tac-toe? No, they probably It's because I just really don't like Daario's character. I do like this new actor playing him, but I just don't like this character in general. Maybe it's because I'm Team Jorah or whatever. I just don't like how we've barely seen him all season, and I feel like this moment wasn't earned. Next bad thing, we check in at Dragonstone with Melisandre and Stannis' wife, Shireen. I'm pretty sure the writers wrote this scene with Melisandre for 3 reasons. One being we needed to check in with her because we hadn't seen her in a while, and number 2 and number 3 were on her chest. I don't care about Stannis' wife, and I'm starting to not care at all about Melisandre. I would have rather seen Davos or Stannis or anyone else. Hell, I'd rather see Bran. One other thing I did not like about this episode was Jon Snow makes his way back to Castle Black. The issue with this is, okay, Alliser Thorne, we've seen you be a dick to Jon Snow since episode 2. Am I the only one wondering why he's being such a dick to Jon Snow? Is it because he is half highborn, half lowborn? Is it because he's just a bastard in general? Or is it because Alliser Thorne is just a dick in general? At least give me a reason, even if it's a stupid reason, like Ned Stark, punched him in the balls when he was little, and he has a grudge against all the Starks now. I don't something. Come on. Anyway, let's jump over to the good side of things. One of the first good things, we got a good amount of Tyrion this episode. After last week's epic final scene, we're able to have him in a few different scenes. One with Jaime, one with Bronn, and one with Oberyn, and I just loved him in every scene. It was just great, especially, I have to give out probably my favorite scene was with him and Oberyn. And he didn't even really have any lines, but just the facial expressions, just the hurt, the anger. Just so talented, and only so many actors can do that, where they can convey so many emotions without having to say a word. And I just love that quote we saw back in the initial trailers. It's like, if you want justice, you've come to the wrong place. One of my other favorite things was, this was another episode of my favorite 2 odd couples, Brienne Pod and Arya and the Hound. I'll start with Brienne and Podrick. They were stopping at this inn. I wasn't sure if this was just going to be a 1-scene checkup or if this was going to actually have something to do with the plot. We get a cameo from Hot Pie. Y'all remember Hot Pie? He was the fat kid that was with Gendry and Arya for like 2 seasons. Well, it's nice to see that someone in the Game of Thrones Westeros universe seems to be doing well. Even though he was sold to this place, he looks like he's having fun making pie and shit. Like, imagine that, Hot Pie making hot pie. Holy f***. Feel like we needed another spin-off on our hands. Hot Pie's Kitchen. Just have him try to make some pies and have Chef Gordon Ramsay run and be like, this is bullshit. Anyway, let's talk about our other favorite odd couple in the Westeros world. Arya and the Hound. One thing we were able to see from this actor who played the Hound was, we've seen him a lot of just being a blunt brute and just He opened up and he had a little bit of a monologue. He told the story about how his brother put his head in the fire. Because of this scene, I had to say he tied for the stand-up performance for me in this episode. Peter Dinklage and the guy who played the Hound. Just great scenes from these 2. We had another great ending like last week. We just had a good old shocking moment, a good old death that I don't think that I think a lot of people didn't see coming if you were just TV viewers. Because we were just reintroduced to Lysa, and just like that, boom, pushed out the moon door. I think it was safe to say that someone this season had to die out the moon door because they brought up this moon door so much. But yeah, what'd you guys think of this episode? I'd love for you to comment below, you know, whether you're watching this on movie.pilot.com or you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, whatever. Comment below, let's discuss. Yeah, it's sad to make me say out loud again, but 3 more episodes left this season. And I'm just so pumped, but so sad at the same time. I didn't know that that was an emotion. Is there a word for that, being pumped and sad at the same time? Spunked? Sounds sexual. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And now you saw the So I Saw show.